Peace and love.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
Peace and love. Peace and love podcast. Peace and love podcast. Peace and love podcast. Peace and love.
I need somebody in the room to know that God has already whispered your name to somebody. He has already set, this is what providence is, y'all. Providence is when the Lord goes before you and lights up steps you don't even know you're going to take yet. Providence is when he goes before you to set up answers to problems you don't even know you're going to have. Providence is when he makes provision for you, when he's whispered your name. Somebody needs to know in the room, there is an employer that already has your name on their hearts. There's already a spot that is in need of your gifts and your talents and what you can bring to the table. It's waiting on you. If only you'll do what he's put in front of you to do today, you will be on the right path to intersect with the divine plan that God has for your life and for this generation.
You're going to walk in the level that I brought you into.
Peace and love.
And I'm telling you today that your level is not your tongues and it is not your ability to preach. Your level is your ability to say sorry. Your level is your ability to be broken in your spirit. Your level is your ability to apologize when you ain't done nothing wrong. I'm not hearing nobody say nothing. Your level is your ability to come back and get on your knees and say, oh, come on, y'all ain't saying nothing. People in the beauty shop that did you wrong and you so busy letting the devil come make you concentrate on what they did to you that you don't understand that the enemy's trying to have power over you. And God allowed it to happen to show me myself. Because nobody was going to tell me who will walk up to thee, Prophetess Bynum, and say that. Nobody.
Peace and love.
Drum major for the drug culture in hip-hop right now, but he doesn't even do drugs. Molly is the new drug of choice for hip-hop, replacing marijuana. Now, before we called it loud, the U.S. Army Chemical Corps called it EA 2233, meaning experimental agent 2233. The marijuana that we smoke with the enhanced THC, it came out of government laboratories. What we call Molly, the U.S. Army Chemical Corps called EA 1475. Molly, MDMA, along with enhanced THC marijuana, both were produced in the U.S. Army Chemical Warfare Laboratory. And before it hit the streets and came to us, it was tested. They both were tested on black bodies by the U.S. government. Why do I say that? So marijuana and Molly are the two staples of hip-hop right now. And the drum majors of those drugs don't even necessarily partake. That's an example of the weaponizing of hip-hop. Hip-hop is our culture, but it's been weaponized against us. So that's what I mean by the celebration of the nigga, the nigga culture. The drug culture is death to black life by design. We celebrate it, but it's death to black life.
Now, you've also stated, I believe, about medical marijuana that there's
I have no
chemicals.
No ill will towards Myles Garrett. Great respect for his ability as a player, and I know that if Myles could go back, he would handle the situation differently. As for my involvement last week, there's no acceptable excuse. The bottom line is I did a better job keeping my composure in that situation, and it falls short of what I believe it means to be a Pittsburgh Steeler and a member of the NFL.
Forever. Usually when the helmet comes off, everybody's like, "Whoa,
right?
Okay, we need to chill." He just literally took his helmet and hit him upside the head. To me, that's like assault.
Right.
That's the first thing I said to myself was, that's assault on the football field.
But to make it sound like he went and assaulted me, he went and hunted this guy down and tried to hit him in the head with a helmet. That's not what happened. Mason Rudolph brought the helmets into it. Mason Rudolph pursued him when he was being restrained by Mason Rudolph's teammates, and now Mason Rudolph is the victim.
Oh, wait, man,
Come
hold on. Max, do you understand what could have happened in this particular situation? Because what I'm hearing from you is like a bunch of whataboutism. What about Mason Rudolph? Max, we're talking about a guy who could have been seriously injured or potentially killed in this particular situation.
There's like an African American, like a nice person, but then there's the niggers. I can't fucking stand those kind of black people. They should all fucking burn in hell, and their Black Lives Matter, and fucking cry themselves to sleep, because the only reason why they're here is because we fucking transported them because they were fucking our slaves. They should still be our slaves. Black person, like an African American, like a nice person, but then there's the niggers. I can't fucking stand those kind of black people. They should all fucking burn in hell, and their Black Lives Matter, and fucking cry themselves to sleep, because the only reason why they're here is because we fucking transported them because they were fucking our slaves. They should still be our slaves. That's your job. A black person, like an African American, like a nice person, but then there's the niggers. I can't fucking stand those kind of black people. They should all.
And we get a third Facebook, all that. Got my man Troy in here.
Come on, man. It's your co-host. Bro, you already know where to follow me at. Slap it or trash it. Personal page, bro, the producer, number 4 at the end.
There it
What's
is.
the deal? We in this thing, bro.
Man, you know what, man? We wasn't even going to, out here in California, man, especially being from the city, we used to sunshine, man. So when it's raining and it's all muggy, we feel down and out. We don't
Never
really
rains in Southern California.
When it's crazy like this, I don't like it. I like to stay in the house and things like that.
Right. So
we had some things to do this morning, and I wasn't going to. We got a guest coming through tomorrow. Shout out to the guest. It's gonna be a really good show.
Yeah.
But I was looking at the Mason Rudolph situation.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the apology that he gave, and it triggered off all these emotions in me. And I woke up and I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, man, it must be amazing to be a white man in this country. It must be amazing to have that complexion, because literally you can do whatever you want and you never have to be held accountable for it. You can do anything you want, from the president, from the highest office in the land, all the way down to the low level meth head somewhere in the Midwest, right? You could be a white boy and do anything you want to in this country, and it's startling.
And get away with it.
And get away with it. There's no accountability at all.
Man, look, I went back and watched the whole everything. I watched the play, I watched the replay, I watched everything over and over again. I had to double back, and I was watching it this morning too as well. I watched it yesterday, I watched it the day before yesterday, I watched it today. Then I had to go and watch Stephen A. Smith response over and over again. I had to go and watch Shannon Sharp response over and over again. True. Right? To me, this is all, I feel like it's a situation to where it's the normal situation, right? To where you have this white man, or just white people in general, how they like to, now I'm not going to classify all white people, but some white people like to antagonize or start a fight or create a fight. And then once the fight is on,
they want to turn around and run and get scared.
Call the police.
Absolutely, that's how they do. They antagonize. They poke the bear, and then when the bear get active, they like, hold on, who got some bear mace?
But what makes it so? Shannon Sharp made a dangerous comparison.
Okay, what'd he say?
He compared this situation to. He said that, long story short, you have to match the level of force with the level of. It has to be the level of force versus what was coming to you has to be equal, right? True. So he said that was excessive force, right? So he compared this being excessive force on the football field to police excessively for.
He made that comparison.
He made that. Listen,
come on,
Shannon. That was a very dangerous comparison.
So he compared what Myles Garrett did to the white boy to what the police do to black men?
Yes, sir. He
Oh,
sure
come
did.
God.
And look,
Did I say he was turning into a coon yesterday?
I'm a Shannon Sharp fan, bro,
God.
but I was highly disappointed in that whole in his response to this whole situation.
Man.
I feel like if somebody hit you, or if I swing at you,
Right.
and I miss, and you knock me out,
You can't be mad at that.
no,
Because that's
I
my
can't.
reaction.
That's your reaction. You
Yeah.
can't put a limit on somebody's reaction, especially if you started the situation. But there's rules to this.
Absolutely.
I feel like, it's a situation to where you have a kid that may have went to school, they got suspended,
Right.
but it's a good suspension, right? You proud of your kid because
Right.
your kid
'Cause he
defended
fought-
himself,
exactly,
he fought
exactly,
back.
exactly.
Good job, baby.
That's
Right.
fact.
You suspended. You still got to take the punishment, but you suspended. So
Exactly.
good
Lesson
job.
learned. Exactly.
But I do feel Mason Rudolph should have definitely got suspended. Everybody involved has to.
Yeah. Or you
'Cause
sending the wrong
let
message.
Exactly. You have to let them know that you can't do this in my establishment at all.
Exactly.
So you have to suspend everybody. But I
That's
do feel that Mason Rudolph definitely deserves to be suspended. At least you tried to take this man's helmet off.
Yeah, he was all with it. He was for all the action until the black man picked him up from his head. Oh, you
Yeah.
take mine off? Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you what's up. He picked him up like, okay, let's get it shaking then. And then the white boy turned around. Oh, ref,
Yeah, I
what's
ain't
up?
do nothing. He put his hands up. I saw so the whole they saying Rudolph Mason kicked Miles Garrett in his groin area, right? And he kicked him in his balls. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
So I watched that video too. Now I don't know if that's I don't know. You have to watch that video yourself to
You don't know if
determine.
it's true or not.
I'm watching it, but it's like it's a situation to where you got somebody on top of you.
Yeah.
So it's almost like, get up off of me type deal. So I don't know if that's more so like but I will say that Rudolph Mason definitely is the antagonizer in this situation.
Absolutely.
Now we in a professional environment. There are certain rules, but Rudolph Mason, he initiated the fight. He initiated this, and Myles Garrett finished it. But I watched Stephen A. interview too. Everybody want to say, "Oh, this small quarterback with this big old lineman." Listen here, man.
Yeah, that white boy's big, man.
No, I don't give a damn if you big or not. You knew what that monster looked like before you threw a rock at it.
That's real.
I don't give a shit if you 5'4", if you a midget. You shouldn't have not messed with that monster.
Exactly.
All his height, size, and he's bigger than him. All of that shit don't matter.
Because they professional football players.
Let's just keep it real. Let's just keep it real. The Steelers shouldn't even call a screen pass play at 10 seconds left anyway.
Exactly.
If you want to talk football.
So why would they do that?
And you want to protect your passer.
Exactly.
You should have never called a screen play. You should have took Rudolph Mason out, put your secondary quarterback in, run a run play, and then end it.
In the game.
Rudolph Mason got sacked 2 times prior to that.
Yeah.
Threw 4 interceptions. Obviously, he was upset.
He was mad. He was tight. Yeah.
Listen, so when Garrett tackled him at the end, you think he wasn't pissed off? So he had tried to take his helmet off.
Yep.
So my boy Garrett say, "Oh, you trying to take helmets off? Watch this."
Exactly.
Snatched his right off, and he messed up when he bopped him upside the head.
But it's like, damn.
He should have took the helmet off and just roll with it.
But it's like, how can you tell somebody how to if you push me and I got a 40 on me, you don't know.
Yeah.
If you push me in the street, you think it's gonna be a tussle, and I shoot you in your face.
Yeah.
You can't tell me how to react.
Yeah, but that's you comparing. That's a street incident versus in the professional environment. If you at work, see, I think people think it's different because it's sports. Had you work in Target, you're not even finna walk in that building with the 40 on you.
True. I feel you.
Some people might.
I feel you.
You got some outlaws that might.
Environment.
So there's rules to this.
But didn't Rudolph Mason break those rules, and he made it not unprofessional?
He was the first. I feel he was the first person to break the rules because he attempted to take his helmet off.
Yeah, and if you do that, can you tell another man how to react? You gonna take my helmet off? Okay, I'm gonna show you what's up.
No, you can't. But on the football field,
that's fact. You supposed to know. You supposed to be able to keep your bearings. That's a part of the game.
If I take your helmet off, if you take my helmet off, I'm taking your helmet off.
Exactly. It is what it is.
Yeah. Or he could have just pop or snatched him up, drove him down to the ground. It would have been a little different.
Exactly.
he messed up because he actually took it off and then swung with his own helmet.
True.
That's where he was wrong. You know, I'm not gonna say he was wrong, but in the professional environment, he was wrong. Yeah. Now on the streets, Rudolph Mason, boy, you. And so what? You started it with him, and he bust you upside your head.
Exactly.
That's what the hell you get.
True.
That's what it is. But you can't mix the street rules with professional rules. That's why you have people like that have these different opinions that feel like Myles Garrett is wrong because they don't understand certain rules and certain things. You get what I'm saying? They understand this professional shit and oh no, he did too much. Nah, but shout out to Max Kellerman though. He understands it. He get it clearly.
Yeah, he invited to the barbecue for sure.
Max Kellerman, a real one.
Yes, indeed, man. And just one more time, and just to let you guys hear, I don't know if you saw the video, but when Mason Rudolph is giving his apology, he's reading off of a note card.
I will say this: that apology was baby back bullshit.
It was for sure.
He never took ownership. They tried to say he took ownership in his role, right?
He didn't.
But he never once said exactly what he did, right? And in this situation, it's important that he says exactly what he did.
Exactly.
Because
he never says that. He never say I attempted to take his helmet off. He don't say none of that.
He never says that. He says he takes ownership in his role, or he should have kept his cool in the situation. And I'm like, okay, so what part are you referring to? Exactly. What was your role? What are you saying when you say that? What are you saying? What do you think you did wrong in this situation?
Exactly. But that's still him not accepting full accountability.
Yeah,
for what
no, he's
did.
not. And then he tried to flip it and say, I don't think Myles Garrett would have done that. I think so. Don't try to place the blame on him, bro.
Exactly.
Accept your role.
I'm gonna play it back one more time. I'm gonna show you guys what he looked like. This is an apology. He's supposed to be sincere. This guy's reading off a card. He seems very, nonchalant. Ridiculous. It's like, come on, man. And how many times have we seen this happen in court? Anytime. You could be a white man. You can go shoot up a school. You could go rob a bank, shoot the bank up. You could go shoot up a movie theater. You could give people bad loans in a housing crisis and get bailed out. Right. We just saw Citibank. We wonder how all these drugs get into the country. A couple months ago, a ton of cocaine was seized in a shipment for Citibank, a shipment for Citibank. So we wonder how these drugs get into the country. It's these big corporations. It ain't us. What happened to Citibank? Did you even hear about that? No. It wasn't on the news or nothing. But if they find me, little old me, with a pound or something and watch, it's gonna be on every news channel, everything. Citibank got caught bringing in tons of cocaine on a shipment. Nothing happened. Swept under the rug. You could be a white man in this country. You could be a police officer. You can rape women under gun. You could pull your gun out, draw down on somebody, rape them while you're in your police officer uniform. Go to court. Nothing happens. You can kill innocent people. You can shoot babies. You can do whatever you want as a white man. It's got to be incredible.
I think there's two aspects to that. I think you have to have the color and you have to have the money.
That's a fact.
I think you got to have both at the same time. Because I don't think, go to Orange County right now. See one of those crackheads, all of those white crackheads. You might see white crackheads out here now, bro. Times are changing. They in the city. I don't think the other rich white folks are coming down to help them. They not, no. The people, the whites that's higher up look down on them.
But they look down on them, but they're still leagues and light years above where they look at us at.
Yes, but I feel like if you're a white man in America and you broke, you stupid.
I feel like that's an oxymoron. If you're a white man in America, you shouldn't be broke.
Boy, you better finesse your color to the top.
That's a walking kilo right there. What you talking about?
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Good. You could do whatever. You could go in the bank, pull your gun out, get the money, and walk home. And ain't nothing gonna happen to you.
I ain't gonna say that shit.
Hey man, I believe it.
I ain't gonna say that. They can walk in the bank. Nah, I ain't gonna say that. That's too cool.
I just told you Citibank got seized bringing tons of cocaine in a shipment. Citibank. Yeah, have you heard about it?
I didn't even hear about the situation.
Exactly.
But, I mean, yeah, it makes sense. If the drug game accumulates this type amount of money, you think black dudes in the hood is the only ones that got their hands in it?
Man, it ain't happen like that, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. You think what's it, Epstein? You think he killed himself?
Who?
The dude that was finna testify against the Clintons and everybody with that child sex trafficking stuff.
Oh,
the one that got killed in the cell mysteriously. Think he killed himself? No.
No, he didn't
Absolutely
kill himself
not.
the same way Gaddafi didn't kill his.
Exactly.
The same way they killed Gaddafi, bro.
But-
They was after him.
One more time, man. We're going to play this Mason Rudolph apology.
Yeah, this apology was.
Yeah, I want you guys to let me
baby
know what you
back
think about this.
bullshit.
You know, I have no ill will towards Myles Garrett. Great respect for his ability as a
keep looking
player.
down at his card.
And I know that if Myles could go back, he would handle the situation differently. As for my involvement last week, there's no acceptable excuse. The bottom line is I should have done a better job keeping my composure in that situation, and it falls short of what I believe it means to be a Pittsburgh Steeler and a member of the
Look
NFL.
at him. After he pulled his helmet off, he charged him.
That's why he swung the helmet. At him.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. If we in a situation, I'm clearly getting the best of you, and you still charging after me.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do? That's why he swung the helmet. Like, bro, like the white, like he don't have to get. He's no accountability here.
Oh, look. And if you want me to be completely honest,
yeah, keep it a buck for me, please, because I'm trying to
did he
understand how
have
this
to
works.
swing the helmet? No.
But was he being restrained by 2 other players too? He was over there dolo. It was 2 players restraining him, and the quarterback was rushing at him. What I'm supposed to do?
You gotta understand. I got on a helmet. All of these other players that's around me, they got helmets on.
Right.
They can't swing and knock me out. What could they do besides tackle me? They gonna slap me upside my helmet with their hand?
Mm-hmm. I see what you're saying.
What harm could they really do when I'm protected?
That's
the only thing they can do is drive me down to the ground, hold me, push me, pick me up, whatever. We can wrestle.
But there's nothing you can do if I'm protected. If I got pads on and a helmet, I'm good.
We can't really.
Exactly.
Ain't no real fist fight in that.
Exactly.
What I'm gonna do? Throw a punch and hit you in the helmet?
Yeah, exactly.
You get me?
So you saying if he's charging, it shouldn't even matter because you protected. You shouldn't even swung the helmet. You good already. That's what you saying.
That's another way to see it.
Okay.
But we human.
Yeah.
Your natural reaction is watch out, bow.
Exactly.
Then it's like, oh, wait a minute, I do got on pads and the helmet. Damn, I don't know. He tried to run up on me and I hit him.
Exactly.
I wasn't thinking about none of that.
Yeah.
Shit.
When it's on, it's on.
This is true, but when I watched the replay too, the other Steelers player that was trying to hit Myles Garrett and all, man, he missed every time.
Yeah.
He even tried to kick my boy.
Exactly.
Now, was they wrong? No,
they just protecting their quarterback.
They homie get into a scuffle,
but
they squabble up with their homie they should.
Just naturally, right? But
Yes.
why is this other man doing what he does naturally? Why is he penalized?
I think so Myles Garrett should have been penalized, and
they both should have been penalized.
Mason.
Absolutely. I think everybody, even the lineman that was looking out for the quarterback, they should have been penalized too.
Sad to say, even the people that jumped off the line, that was on the sideline,
and came on the field,
on the field that didn't have anything to do with it, they probably gonna find them too, because that's an NFL rule.
Absolutely.
They may have not thrown a blow, nothing.
Yeah.
But they gonna find them too.
Yeah, you can't come on the court. Just like with basketball, if it's a fight and you come off the bench, you getting it too.
This is true.
Absolutely.
So, Myles Garrett, he did have his hearing. The only thing I see coming out the hearing is him saying, "Okay, I was wrong, and Rudolph Mason was wrong too."
Exactly.
He antagonized it. So the only thing I see, it's not gonna save him from a suspension.
No, it's not.
But I think Rudolph Mason, it may affect him too.
Yeah. In the future, it's going to affect him.
It should, because if you want to keep it real and you want to be honest, he should definitely be there should be some sort of repercussion for him initiating this whole fight.
Yeah, that's a fact.
He's not the innocent dog in this.
No, absolutely
not.
not.
He threw his hands up. He's an antagonist and he's conniving.
Yeah, that's how they do, man. He get it cracking and then threw his hands up. Oh my God. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, that's true.
That's sucker shit. Now, and speaking of fights and getting hit in the head,
yep.
All these brothers need to get hit in the head with a helmet.
Ooh.
And that's a fact. If you looking, I don't even watch the show, but there's so much going on that I'm up on it. I know exactly what's going on. I've never watched the show.
What show?
I'm talking about B2K, Omarion, April, Fizz, all of that stuff. That
Why
drama.
You saying Omarion should get knocked in the head
I'm saying
too?
Everybody need to be, because they said Omarion was sleeping with homie mama, and then mama with everybody need to get hit.
Mama?
They said J Boog was sleeping with Omarion's mama.
He smacked his group mate mama.
His mama. Then they said that what's going on with Fizz and Omarion in April.
Yeah.
It's just very messy. And then the whole thing with Raz B and Marcus Houston and all of that, it's just a very convoluted, messy thing. And yesterday, J Boog put out a video because Omarion, super unbothered. Omarion put out the Millennium Tour 2020.
Yeah, I
to
saw
say,
that.
we going on tour on the trip, right?
Right.
But
yeah.
Boog like, hold on, something ain't right with that, bro. Don't lie to the people because it's messed up.
Because you're not on the back end. You're not with the business.
Exactly, and on the back end, you know that it's a lot of drama, and it ain't no tour 2020. Let's check this out. This is what Boog had to say to his fans.
Wow.
For real, this thing's just bums. I just don't want y'all to be faked out because I know that originally I was like the head of like
to blow it up.
Millennium Tour, B2K coming back. I just don't want y'all to be like, Boog, you ain't shit. Whoever them niggas is over there that's promoting that shit, just telling y'all niggas, I don't know why. My question is this: why the fuck you gonna put out the tour page, right, without the lineup? Right. Because you knew you was trying to fuck over my fans. I ain't trying to fuck over my fans, bro.
And then announce it later, like
Yeah. Who? Oh, you said a safari? I don't know what you said.
Because that's not even a Millennium Tour, too.
So I'm not clear on what his stance on Omarion announcing that is.
He's saying it seems like Omarion put that up to make it seem like everything was good. We ain't tripping. I'm still working. It's all good. Like the unbothered thing.
So Omarion
is. He's saying he lying. It ain't gonna be no tour. It's all messed up.
So on the back end, so behind the scenes is drama going on. So basically, he's saying Omarion is all cap.
All cap. And we see, ladies, you see the damage that could be done. These brothers are missing out, I'm sure, on millions of dollars touring around the country, around the world even, because I think Raz B was in China for a minute, so they can go out there and get some bags and things like that.
Yeah,
but
he was in China for quite some time.
Yeah, but the drama happens, and can't blame it on April. It's just some sucker stuff, and now they not going to be able to come together and get this money and do what they got to do because of that drama. And that sucks. And Omarion can still go out and get his bread because he got his singles and he can do his thing.
That I feel like that's why he
ain't tripping.
He's not really tripping off of it. He had his own situations.
That's fact.
You know, I don't really know too many of them that had a. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know too many of those members that actually had a thriving solo career.
None of them.
You know, I don't know the numbers. I don't know the analytics. I don't know the statistics, but you know. I haven't saw any, or I can't think of any hits that any of those artists had outside of the group. So I think that's why Omarion looking at it totally different. But Lil Fizz was for sure in the wrong.
Oh.
Lil Fizz was in the wrong. April was in the wrong. I don't know if the J Boog rumor is true.
If that's true, that's definitely in the wrong.
Yeah, he violated more than anybody. You feel me?
Boy.
But at the same time, his mama, your mama let your homie hit. Like, what type of mama you got? You should go trade in your mama, go buy a new mama or something. You got a bag, fool. Go sell your mama and then go buy a new mama. Let J Boog have your mama and then go buy a new mama, fool. You got the bread.
Where they selling mamas at?
Come on, bro. I'm sure on the black market, on the black internet, ask these scammers. These niggas sell mamas.
These scammers know where the mamas at.
Ask a scammer, bro. They on a dark web, man.
Sure.
You buy a mama on a dark web. Whatever country you want. Nigga, go buy you a mama from Africa. You can buy a mama from the motherland. A real, what? Stop playing. But yeah, nah, they messing up the bag, though.
Yeah, and it's too late, man. So don't ever get petty like that, ladies, man. And don't mess with the homies, man. You know they boys, and even if they ain't cool no more, don't do that because you just devaluing yourself. Yeah, don't do that. They'll never. It's enough men out here and men on the other side of the same thing, bro. Don't ever talk to your boys, girls. So many women out here.
Right.
You don't got to do that kind of stuff, man. That's whack.
Yeah. Unless that ain't your girlfriend and y'all just want to flip this girl. Even then, though, that shit was still wild.
Exactly. That's crazy.
It's wild that women will let you do that. You feel me?
Hey, they be out here, man. You be surprised.
Wow.
You be surprised. What else happened, man?
A lot of shit.
Ben Simmons hit his first 3-pointer in the NBA the other night.
Shit.
So congratulations to Ben Simmons. He hitting 3-pointers now.
The boy hit his first 3-pointer. How many years you been in the league so far?
It's probably about 2 or 3.
This shit is ridiculous.
About 2 or 3.
You should have hit your first 3 2 years ago.
Well, you know he just got all that money. He got a big contract extension, so you know it's time for him to start hitting some threes for sure.
Ben Simmons is the man. How many 3-point attempts did he have?
You know what was crazy with Ben Simmons in the game? He would not shoot them. He would be at the 3-point line and would just not shoot the 3.
Oh, so he
was just awkward.
Scared.
Yeah. He didn't have no confidence in his shot and everything like that, but he got that contract extension. He confident now. He knocking down threes.
Ben Simmons is, man. Well, shout out to him though. He made his first 3-pointer. That's like a baby taking his first step. The hell, better take your ass to shoot 360 when you come to LA.
That's a fact.
And
That's a fact.
work on your jump shot, boy.
Man,
go
that's
ask
a
Steph
fact.
Curry how to do it. Go talk to my boy Reggie Miller how to do it. Go talk to Ray or something. It take you 3 years to hit 1 3 ball.
Hey.
What is wrong with you?
Yes, indeed.
Come
Let's
on,
see.
man.
We got Queen and Slim
Shaq
coming
probably
out.
hit his.
Oh, Shaq. But see, you know, Shaq been papered up, man. He got confidence in that
Shaq
shot.
probably hit his 3 the first year. Even Shaq making 3s.
I think that's.
Oh, you say Queen and Slim?
Queen and Slim coming out on the 27th. That's like the Black Bonnie and Clyde.
Well, you know the plot to the whole story, right?
What is that?
So I'm not gonna say Bonnie and Clyde, because Bonnie and Clyde, they was doing some illegal shit prior to their encounters with the police. But Queen and Slim, it's just a story of if black people actually fought back against the police. Long story short, they on a date. First date is going whatever. They come in, they encounter the police. Instead of being killed, but instead of being a victim, the police becomes the victim. And instead of staying there, they run.
They leave.
That's
what I'm talking about.
It's cracking.
That's what I'm talking about.
You feel me? So they was on some Django shit.
That's what I'm talking about. So I need to go.
Nat Turner type shit, you know? Right, exactly. That was and I think who what was her name? Was she the director or the producer? Lena Waithe. Yeah, Lena Waithe, same woman that involved with the Shy. Yeah. So but you know, you heard about that whole situation with Lena Waithe and
oh yeah, homie.
My boy from Eazy-E. From
Eazy-E.
from Straight Outta Compton. I'm not sure what's his real name. They actually kicked him off the Shy, bro. And another show.
Yeah, and he lost his agency, dropped him too.
Yeah.
And he recently went on the Breakfast Club and said, you know, it was all a misconception. And then people were saying he wasn't genuine in his apology and all that. So I don't know if we'll ever know what actually happened in that situation.
I don't think so. But I do know that they fired a man and nobody, it's like there's no clear answer to what happened.
Exactly.
I know that's some you know,
some politics.
Exactly. So
I think he probably was messing with the girl, but the girl had a dude and the girl was feeling bad about it. So she started bringing her dude to the set. And he probably was like, hold on, what's up? Like, we've been, you know, and then it was an issue.
Man,
that's just me.
Ain't no telling, man. I know he lost his damn job, though.
Hey, man, it's a lot of, like we said, don't mess with the homie girl. If you at work, man, try not to mess with no women at your job.
Right.
Because it just gets messy. Don't do it.
That's true.
Take it from me.
Or if you are gonna mess with one girl at the job, just mess with one and one only.
I'm trying to tell you.
You better wait till she get fired or some shit.
Exactly. You better transfer or something.
Then you know.
Don't do it because it's gonna get very messy.
That's
man,
the same way with shit. Messing with somebody on your block. You get me? Because on your block, in your neighborhood, at your school, all of that. When they're in a close proximity, when you done with this person, you still got to see this person.
That's a fact.
You go mess with your neighbor, you still got to see him when you walk out every day.
Oh, yeah. I know a lot of people stay in apartments, and they be dealing with people in an apartment building. Don't do it.
It turns into drama, so
Get the knocking on your door.
Come on, man. This world is much bigger than just your apartment building or your neighborhood, so it's plenty of people out here.
That's a fact, man.
Sure.
Well, look, man. Like I said, I just wanted to get that off my chest, man. I saw that.
Rudolph Mason had you mad.
Man, I'm just like, man, I'm just tired of seeing this, man. I'm tired of seeing, and I don't have nothing against white folks. I'm sure it's great white folks out there, you know what I'm saying? But it's got to be amazing to know that you can do whatever you want and you won't be held accountable for it. It's got to be amazing to know you go into the job interview and you pretty much got the job.
Yeah.
It's got to be amazing. I got to go in there. I'm still confident. I feel like that, right? But I got to go in there. I got to tap dance. I got to code switch. I got to do all of this stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
this is true because you got to think about it. So the professional environment is not tailored for us anyway. Even just the language and the lingo.
Exactly.
You know,
Everything.
we don't when we at home, bro, we don't speak proper English.
No.
But in the professional environment,
because that's what they deemed as professional.
Yeah, but we fell for it. We fell for them saying this is the correct way to do it.
Only because we were trying to integrate. Only because we wanted to go to their schools and get their jobs. We should have built our own industry. We wouldn't have to do all of that.
So was integration bad for black folks or good for blacks?
It was. I mean, I understood why we integrated because white folks had access to everything. We wasn't integrating until we can be close to them. We just wanted access to the stuff that they had access to. But I think it was the worst thing for it. We appreciate Martin Luther King,
right?
But I grew up with a picture of Huey P. Newton on the wall. So I was closer ties to, if you slap me, I'm gonna slap you back.
This is true.
I'm gonna protect my women, and I'm gonna build my own economy.
Right.
I'm not with integration. That was the worst thing for us.
Yeah, I get it.
That was
I
some
think
sucker shit
now we realize that, but at the time that was the fight. That's what we was going up against. Like you said, if you got all of these resources, we just want access to the same amount of resources that you have, and the same exact resources that you have. You get me? That's what it was at that time. But looking back, in hindsight, I guess that's when we found out that integration was not.
It's not, because we begging to integrate, and then we integrate, and then we're asking them to treat us the same, and they're not going to do
happen.
that. No.
Yeah, we wanted to integrate into a system that was built for them. It wasn't built for us.
That's like us.
We had the
building
opportunity to build our own right then, but
we didn't want to.
Yeah, we
wanted
did,
to
bro.
Integrate with them.
No, I'm not gonna. I can't. I gotta disagree with.
I'm not gonna say we didn't want to. We did want to.
Anything that we ever created. Think about it. The movie Rosewood. That's based on a true story.
They came and knocked it down.
They came and knocked it down. Black Wall Street. They come and they knock anything that we build down.
But if we all are on a solid front, they ain't coming over there and knock nothing down. If we all on a solid front, but how many black folks be on us? We had X and we had King, and before they got on the same page, it was like two different worlds, two different classes of black folks.
This is true.
You got the turn your cheek and sing black folks, and you got the if you call me a nigga, I'm gonna bust your head open black folks.
But is it realistic for all of one race to be on one accord?
It can be. I feel like all the Japanese on one accord.
Oh, I'll say this:
everybody else is on one accord when it come down to it.
You think so?
No, I'm sure they have. I'm sure everybody has issues within their communities, but they don't never let them issues get out. And that could be due to the media. The media only reports on us, and you hear about rapists and all that. It be black folks, but I feel like all of our issues are on display for the world to see. Anytime something happen, it's on display. R. Kelly do something, black man do something like that. Oh, let's make a docuseries, put it all over the world. White boy do it. Did Harvey Weinstein get charged? Did any of those white boys?
I don't know.
Harvey Weinstein.
I don't think he got charged anyway.
The dude at NBC, I can run down a list of all the white men who were charged with sexual assault. The only person that got charged and went to jail were the black folks. Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, Jesse Smollett. He was the largest thing, but it's like, what happened?
Dumbass.
He was a dumbass, but I'm saying
you gonna
anything.
Fake this bullshit.
Some
R. Kelly need to be locked up.
Right. I'm just saying that. They don't report,
but they should have locked up the rest of them too. Is what you
exactly.
Saying.
Harvey Weinstein did the same thing Kells was doing. Right. Bill Cosby, what he got? He in the Hamptons somewhere chilling.
And they convicted Bill Cosby pretty much on no evidence.
Exactly.
Pretty much on just hearsay on these women's word.
And my thing is, I don't want to be on a soapbox, and we ain't in the 70s. We're not moving into 2020 complaining about white men. We're not gonna sit on this podcast and do that. We understand that.
No, we speaking on reality. We not saying the white man is holding us back. Hell no. We can go get to whatever we need to get to on our own. Exactly. But we just speaking on reality and what's real, and
that's why it's powerful to have ownership.
Set up.
Exactly. We have to own our own content. We got to make our own moves. We realize that outside of that 9 to 5, if you got to do that, it's cool. But the goal is to have something that's yours, that's your own, that you got equity in. You know what I'm saying? Like, to have some real power, man. So
do you think we can ever change the situation?
Absolutely. We can change it. It's changing. It's changing now.
We have what is the way to change it?
Black folks got to, I don't know. We gonna figure it out though. We gotta figure it out because we don't have a choice.
I think low key, long story short, we gotta get into those positions, into those roles that has been taboo or the roles that we don't want to necessarily be in.
Exactly.
Meaning, like, we got enough. First of all, I mean, if you can rap, you can rap. If you're gonna make it in rap, then do your thing. But we got a lot of rappers.
We got enough rappers.
You feel me?
Yeah.
We know we got this app. I'm gonna say this.
Fact.
I'm gonna say we don't. You can never have enough rappers, but we know we perfected that skill. Mm-hmm. We know we perfected basketball. Yep. We know we perfected football. Mm-hmm. We perfect soccer, Africa, all kind of shit going on. We got tennis. Look, there's other roles and there's other ways to make an impact outside of being in front of a damn camera.
Yep.
Because long story short, all those roles and all those positions I named, long story short, you're in front of a damn camera.
Yep. And it's somebody behind the camera making the bread.
This is true. So, I mean, me per se, if we won't change within our own community, or just something small as you want the police to leave your ass alone, then somebody in the community has to become that.
Yeah.
The people that's a part of the community has to become that.
That's a fact. We got to hold each other accountable.
Right. Me personally, I'm
That's
not about
fact.
to be. I'm not going to sign up for that role per se. Not for that police role.
Exactly.
You get me? But there are kids that role is fit for.
Mm-hmm.
Now imagine if you get put over by somebody that you grew up with within the same community. That run-in with the officer is going to be totally different than it will be with an officer that they took that grew up in Beverly Hills and now he patrolling in Watts or Compton. He don't understand you. He don't give a shit about you. He
That's a
don't
fact.
nothing. And he's scared of you.
Mhm.
Reason why he's scared of you because what they see on TV.
Yeah,
what they
terrified.
push on TV the same way
That's
as, you know.
fact.
So yeah, he's gonna come in with that mindset like, oh shit, I listen to this rap music. He shoot shit. He do this. The news
Exactly.
promote it. The videos promote it. Everybody promote the negative about it. So you think they not gonna come in with a
Nervous. Absolutely.
they gonna come in Spooky J.
Hell yeah.
Even though they done the most damage on this goddamn planet.
The most damage.
Meaning, whites overall. You feel what I'm
Come
saying?
on,
But
man.
you
That's
know,
a whole nother story. But they don't even want to hear that because it requires you to be accountable to look at your history and say, oh, you know what, we did that. But they can't even do that.
hey, you know what? Somebody told me a long time ago. Think about this, bro. Like some people that's got so much guilt, bro. You know, if people accepted that, man, look. You got people that's done so much wrong to people,
Right.
but they had never accepted and they had never admitted. Why? Because they guilt would kill them. You get what I'm saying?
I see that.
If you accept this and say we this wrong, we this, we that, man, some people not even gonna admit it. So long story short, I feel like it's gonna always be like this.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna look at us and say, as time go on, especially if we try to revert it back to slavery and say, hey, like speaking on reparations or something, man, y'all wasn't directly affected by it.
Exactly.
And
No, they got rich off of it.
No, but I'm saying they got rich off of it and they still rich to this day. But that's their excuse to us.
Yeah.
We wasn't directly affected by it. That's what they.
We are. The reason why
But that's what they don't understand.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they don't understand. But see, when you don't deal with, when the only time you see black folks is on BT or or your television, social media, when you have no interaction, never went to school, don't know no, like you can't fathom the reality that we live in. And so it sounds like we're always complaining, we always pointing the finger and all that, and it's like we don't want to be those type of black men. We're not gonna be those type of black men because we setting up our own industry. We're gonna do what we gotta do because it's powerful.
Right.
Like I watched my dad work hard and work a job. You know what I'm saying? Our parents did what they had to do.
Right.
They didn't really have all the options that we have now.
This is true.
But seeing the options we have, we gotta have some ownership and we gotta be a part of that conversation, man.
Right.
Like Stephen A can't be Stephen A forever. It's gotta be a new Stephen A. It's gotta be a new Ebro. It's gotta be a new Big Boy. It's gotta be some change, man. And as black men, we really gotta step into that market. Not just being in front of the camera, but being behind the camera.
Right.
Being executive producers, all of that, getting
All
a
of
real
it.
paper so we can really make decisions as to the type of programming that our people see.
Tyler Perry started by buying
That's
the
a fact,
studio.
man.
Do you think that like today's time, because we got more opportunities growing up,
That's a
right?
fact.
Now, especially the kids growing up today, they got a lot of opportunities to make it, right?
Right.
Do you think that cause I think that there's a misunderstanding between the older generation and the newer generation when it comes to the younger generation and their profession.
Okay.
Like, meaning you might have a parent that was born in 60 something.
Mm-hmm.
They had less opportunities than what we have today.
Right.
So they don't even understand what
Exactly.
the only thing they understand, they may understand work a 9 to 5, get a secure job, work your way up, and then you retire.
Exactly. Yep. That's all they know.
That's what they know.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
It's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. But I think that they have to understand that there's more ways to make it than it was. It's easier.
Exactly.
So like your hoop dreams and your rap dreams is not necessarily a dream no more.
Exactly.
It can really become true.
Yeah, if you wanted to put the work in, you can have it.
You can have it.
That's a fact.
It's about consistency and staying persistent
Exactly.
in today's time. But
When-
I think
exactly.
the older generation,
They don't
that
understand
comes from
that.
that working mindset. They don't understand it. But to play devil's advocate is like, depending on how far you go back, some people wasn't allowed. We was working for crumbs.
Yeah.
So now, when you let me work, I'm finna work and stack my money full, and they looking at us like, you don't even want to work.
Yeah, exactly.
We wasn't deprived from work. When
I
we grew
understand.
up.
So
you
I
may
understand what you're
have.
saying.
So when you've been deprived for something and then you actually get it, that's finna hold on to it.
Yeah.
And then we come along and looking at it like,
we don't want that. Because we see what they went through.
That's cool. We can get money, but we see we see the downsides to it too.
Yeah, because we looking at you working, but we see the guy who owned the company, and I'm looking like, okay, how do we get to that point?
And that guy that owned the company convinced this generation that you can't own the company.
Exactly.
Our generation come around and say, no.
Nah, we can own that company. That's a fact. That's a difference.
That's the difference, and I think that there's a disconnect, and sometimes the older generation just have to understand that certain things change.
And I feel like they look at us and say we don't have any work ethic because I used to have family members that would brag. You hear older men brag about how they never missed a day of work.
Yeah,
I've been working for 30 years. I ain't never missed a day. It's like, bro, what's wrong with you? Like, why haven't you ever missed a day? Like, that don't make sense. That's nothing to be proud about.
You've
to
been
me,
a slave for 30 years.
Exactly, but
straight.
Exactly, but in their mind,
I've
in
been
that
a
generation,
good slave for 30 years, and I ain't never took off my slavery.
Exactly. In that generation, that's manhood though, and I understand that.
Right.
But for us, it's like, bro, you did what?
Yeah.
Like, that don't even make sense.
You
Like,
could have took those 30 years and put those 30 years into your own business and what you think your business would have become if
for your family. That's my thing, because I saw so many men, real men, working hard every day. But when I got out of school and I came home, like the white boys can graduate from school, and they go home and they pops can get them a job.
Get them a
partners.
job, yeah,
a real job. I'm talking about 100 bands or something.
Because
right?
dad worked for that company already.
Or it's a different type of relationship. But when I got home, and I'm talking all of my friends from college, unless, it was a lot of rich kids at Howard, but the average cast from Howard that was looking for something else, when they got home, although their parents worked 30 years, they could not walk them in and say, my son need a job. They couldn't do that.
And that's
what made me say, okay, this is not worth it, because I have to be able to give something to my kids.
And that's what happens with us. It's a cycle, and it's like every generation has to start all over again.
And that's the problem with us. Other cultures don't do that.
This is true.
You know what I'm saying? I have to go through this. We're gonna make it a little easier for my kids. But us, our parents, like, we have to struggle. You gonna struggle the same way I had to struggle.
And I think for me, some things are you have to learn on your own, and some things you do have to struggle. But for the most part, I think if you already have the map or the road map to get to where you need to get to, why hide it from your people or your kids?
Exactly. Why?
You
Why?
want me to struggle because you struggle? Then what?
I remember I used to beg my. Listen,
then
man.
What? Then what?
I had uncles that's in real estate.
That's stupid.
It don't make sense. My pops was always in real estate, brokering and doing this. He was always hustling, doing this, doing that.
Yeah.
And I have family in real estate, and I used to, hey, bro, please, can I help? Can I help clean up? I just want to be around it so I can learn this game, because I understand that's where you can really make
some money.
That can make you wealthy for your family. Real estate, not this 9 to 5. Having somewhere to put your money, understanding that game, understanding taxes, understanding all that.
Right.
It's a whole different world, but it's big money. I used to beg, bro, please. How you cold shoulder? And they feel like, I had to figure it out. So you got to figure it out. And it's like, bro, you supposed to be. I'm not asking you to give it to me and just here it is. It's the red carpet. Right. I'm just asking for the information, or show me the steps. Point me in the right direction.
Yeah, they could have said, all right, come tag along. Right, you tag along. You still got to pay your dues. But you're going to tag along.
And we understand that.
You're going to stand right here next to me. You might be outside washing windows.
That's cool.
But you're going to be right here soaking up game.
But I'll be I will wash windows for you. Exactly. I'll wash windows for you in the family business so I can learn this.
And as opposed to having to go, yep.
But see, the white boys don't do that. They can go to their, hey, family, what's good? I'm trying to work for the family business. And they know, this is secret. That's why we don't know nothing about taxes. Because it don't get passed down.
Right.
We can keep going, man.
Shout out to, as a matter of fact, shout out to Charlena too. She
do taxes, huh?
Exactly. We need to get her up here too.
That's a fact, because I don't know nothing about taxes, and I know that's the biggest loophole. That's how you can, if you own a business, you know taxes, you can get bans. I'm talking $20,000 a year.
Yeah.
White folks know that. Asian folks know that. Everybody know that, but some black folks know. But as a whole, I don't know nothing about taxes, and I need to learn about how that works.
Yeah. I'm with you. Yeah, we need to get Charlena up here for sure.
That's a fact, man.
Matter of fact, we need to DM her and holler at her, see what's the deal. Come up here, man. Let us know. Give us some game, some isms, some something. Enlighten us on how this work, bro.
For real, man.
You did, because once these M's start coming in, that $1 million check is definitely not $1 million check.
No, it's only $500,000.
Yeah, you finna pay taxes at the end of the year. So how much money do you really have?
Exactly. You got half of that, then you blow it, and you do this, and then you like, damn, I'm broke.
My whole thing is you working 9 to 5, they pay you, right?
Right.
That paycheck was already taxed, right? You take that same dollar that they tax and go buy something from the store. They finna tax that same dollar 2 times.
Yeah, don't make sense. But I just learned that if you have an LLC, you can get companies to pay your LLC directly, and they don't take taxes out of that.
There's different ways. That's why we gotta learn.
It's a lot of different things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just learning how to do this,
don't
man.
Don't go to jail. Don't be like I don't know what Wesley Snipes did. Don't end up in jail though. Shout out to Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, you know what he did because they
they
making this money, and the IRS like, hey, we need X amount. And he's like, shit, you ain't getting all of that. Exactly.
Yeah. I'd rather do this time.
Yeah.
But did they? I wonder if they still make them pay anyway. Because I know Fat Joe had the same similar. Well, I don't know if it's the same. He had a similar.
You gotta pay.
Too.
The IRS ain't playing.
Yeah.
Franchise tax board, IRS, they not playing with you.
Uncle Sam gonna tax you and he gonna lock you up at the same time. So goddamn.
But yeah, man, Peace and Love Podcast, man. We do have a guest tomorrow. We're being here. Make sure you guys tune in. It's been real at EMCGEEE. Any questions, comments, whatever, get in the comments. Let us know what's happening. Again, we not against white folks. You know what I'm saying? We just for black folks. And I'm just trying to see the injustice.
We not against nobody, bro. Exactly. We for you know. I think every nationality should be for their own.
Exactly.
Too as well, but you don't discriminate. Everybody's equal.
Yeah.
You should be proud to be who you are. I don't care if you black. I don't care if you Mexican. Whatever the hell you are. My Tongans, my Samoans. Whatever the hell you are, you should be proud of who you are.
That's it.
But you should never put nobody down for who they are neither.
That's real.
Period. You feel me? Yeah.
That's it, man.
You already know where to follow me at Slap It or Trash It. Personal page, Brother Producer number 4.
Man, you always leave them with something positive, man.
Take ownership.
There it is.
Take ownership, bro, and everything. Take ownership in what you do. What Rudolph Mason, what we was talking about earlier, take ownership in your role in the situation. You feel me? Whether it be ownership in what you did in the fight on the football field, what you did in your relationship with your woman, what you did in your relationship with your siblings, what you did in the relationship with whoever. Just take ownership. Just
Peace and love. Peace and love. Peace and love podcast. Peace and love podcast. Peace and love podcast. Peace and love.